Hey guys, I'm going to be talking about Chapter 22 for the Principles of Accounting, which is going further into accounting for corporations and specifically looking at taxes, earnings, distributions, and the statement of retained earnings. This chapter gets more into the actual accounting for corporations, and that because you're actually accounting for corporate income taxes as well as retained earnings, dividends, and stock splits. Accounting for corporate income tax is straightforward in that you simply calculate your quarterly income tax expense, and when the time comes, you debit the expense account and credit an income tax payable account, and then when you pay it off later, you debit the account or credit cash, and you'll avoid fraud. The retained earnings account is a new account that we have to close the income summary account to when closing and adjusting revenue and expense accounts at the end of the period. Or in other words, the balance of the income summary after you've closed or adjusted accounts is transferred into your retained earnings account in order to record your net income or net loss for that period. It's important to know that a credit balance for the income summary represents net income, in which case you credit the retained earnings account, while a debit balance in income summary will result in a credit to close it, so a debit balance in retained earnings representing a net loss. In addition to income summary, the dividends account is closed to result in a debit to the retained earnings account and representing of withdrawals of cash or stock dividends paid to shareholders. Getting towards the end of Chapter 22, we were looking at dividend and stock splits, in which you basically exchange old stock for multiple new stocks to increase your shares outstanding, as well as marketability by lowering prices and appropriation of retained earnings, in which the board of directors appropriates a certain amount of retained earnings that cannot be paid out in dividends so that it's set aside for a future project.